Warrior Kid of the Year, right here next to me, is Amelia. She's 12 years old. She lives in Taunton, Massachusetts. She has an incredible mother named Michelle Winter. Michelle's husband's name was Tom. That was Amelia's daddy. And I am blessed that they've become part of my family. Over here is Barry. Barry has a very lovely mom named Margaret. We call her Margot. She has a little brother, Roger. And she was our Warrior Kid of the Year just a couple years ago. Barry is an amazing artist that I just know is going to take her art somewhere. Like, I cannot wait to see it. If you have not had a chance to check out this middle table, I did just want to share with you quickly. So this is my heart map. I'm going to do a quick activity with you after you're done eating. So you might want to get a heart map. These cards over here, why it's important that you pick up a card and envelope, is We Do Care was started with care packages. Raise your hand if you've ever received one of our care packages, please. Put it up, please. Holly, can you wave your hand, Holly? Holly is one of our newest members of We Do Care. She lives in Easton, Massachusetts, not far from me. We met in a dunks 2 weeks ago, in the midst of Gala landing and pulling off. It was a pretty cool hour, right? Yeah. So every single person that bought a ticket to come tonight, because of you, I get to love on women like Holly. Thank you. What it looks like to love on a warrior is to let her stand strong in her own power. Every single one of us has been through some ish. Am I right? I don't think there's someone in here that can say they are unscathed or unscarred from life. Something has happened in your life and it's affected you. The people I get to meet, when I meet them, it's typically the hardest time of their life. The amazing thing that you as supporters and donors do not get to see is the caterpillar that transforms over time, and it's a long time. It's not a minute, guys. When you lose your closest person, when you lose the father of your children that you're supposed to live with for the rest of your lives and raise those babies with, it's not a minute that you just get over. So thank you for trusting us. Team We Do Care is pretty small. It is, it's pretty small. We're about to hire a part-time person that is going to be my right and left hand. They are going to be not only a assistant to me, but also a fundraiser. And then after they do their jam, and I teach them how to write grants, then we're going to hire another part-time person to also do the other things. Pretty much the short story is I almost ended up in the hospital twice in the last 2 weeks. I can't keep running at the pace that I'm running. Anyone that knows me knows I have enough energy for like 6 Energizer Bunnies. However, eventually those batteries run out. So we don't want me to get sick because I want to be able to build up our kids program. We are going to share with you all the amazing things, but I'm pretty sure you're all hungry. So if you are at a table that says warrior tables, you may please get up and join the buffet. There's a front and a back line. It is buffet, it's roast beef, it's chicken, potatoes, glazed carrots. Enjoy the dinner. We're not gonna bother you while you're eating for a little bit. Then Amelia and I are gonna do a quick interview so you can learn about kids group. So my warriors, you deserve to be first. You may stand up. Thank you for everyone that is ready to listen to the interview. I am gonna interview Amelia. I thought it would be really nice to just sit and do an interview rather than have her stand. As we all know, it's not the easiest thing to public speak. So thank you so much for everyone that's listening. Okay. Amelia, you ready? Okay. So when our adults come to support group, typically it has been once a month. It's from September until June. And we take the summer off because we do some other fun things. So I would like for you to learn about our kids group through Amelia. And the way that that's going to happen is she's going to share with you what it's like. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get to kids group yet because I facilitate the adult group. That is changing very soon. We are replacing me as the adult facilitator so I can build up the kids group, which is going to be fabulous. Can't wait. Okay, so Amelia, you go to kids group once a month, right? Okay. So when you go to kids group, let's pretend nobody in this room knows what kids group is like. Can you tell us what kids group is like?
So kids group is like when your parents are meeting in a group for their group. You're getting watched by some people, Carrie, and some volunteers, and you also do fun activities and crafts.
Okay. So, do the kids do homework in kids group?
No.
Do the kids get yelled at in kids group?
No.
Do the kids have fun in kids group?
Yes.
Okay. Is Miss Carrie the only volunteer that's in kids group?
No.
So we have high school kids from Oliver Ames High School. We have other adults that are quarried, so we make sure that they're safe adults for our kiddos. And sometimes we even have a board member that was a support group member like Sandy. Miss Sandy recently went from support group to kids group because that's where she was ready to go. Sandy, can you raise your hand? The kids think Miss Sandy is pretty fun, right? Yeah. Okay, ready for question 2? What made you come back to kids group?
What made me come back to kids group is the fun activities and the friends that we make at kids group.
Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly set the stage. Imagine you're a little girl that loses her parent. And at school, you have no idea if there's any other kid like you, right? So then your mom brings you to a support group, and mom gets to meet down the hall with other people that lost their spouse. In your group, as a child, it was designed by me. I like to shake things up, and I visited some other models, and I don't like their model. So my kids were really young. Jace was 3 when his dad died, and I was pregnant with my youngest, Anthony. So as an elementary school teacher and a mother raising children that lost their bio dad, there were certain things I needed. Our group is what I would want my kids to do. So our group is exactly what any parent would want for their child if they faced the loss of their parent. So kids group looks like a lot of fun. My volunteers' mission is literally to make sure my kids have so much freaking fun, they will always come back. So your money goes to fun for kids that lost a dad or kids that lost a mom. 95% of our kids lost a father. So I got a really cool Valentine's gift this year because Valentine's Day was 15 years of losing my partner, Johnny. And I got these amazing cards from Sandy, Miss Carrie, Michelle Winter, and lovely Amelia. And one of the most beautiful gifts I could ever get, so much better than a check, was Michelle Winter. Can you raise her hand? Amelia's amazing mom. She actually wrote that Amelia had been struggling in school, that Amelia was sad. And it's hard. Nobody wants your kid to struggle. Nobody wants to see your kid be sad for longer than a day. So to have a kid that's freaking amazing like Amelia, and that even when she misses her dad, she finds a group of people, like Barry, come here, Barry. So she finds her tribe, and that's what We Do Care is about. Not very graceful tonight, sorry guys. But really, it's about finding your tribe, it's about finding your people. So the kids find their people. The most important thing that I feel like you should know about our children's program is when they come to kids group, they no longer have a secret. They no longer have that secret that they keep from the other kids at school because they don't want to be bullied or they don't want to be known as that kid. So every single dollar that you donate tonight, I can assure you that it doesn't just go to salaries to run the program. It's going right back to our kids. So our Warrior Kid of the Year, Miss Amelia Winter, is getting a $500 scholarship tonight from We Do Care. I think you guys get the gist of it. We have a couple more questions, but I'm not going to bore you with the questions and the answers. She did have a question for me, though. But I have very... I love it. I love it. I love it. Amelia is such a great kid. She's gone not only to all of the support groups, but she's also tried all the activities. One of which was we got invited to sell raffle tickets so that we could earn $500 for our program. So like 6 of us showed up. Amelia showed up with her mom. So I had her pull the raffle tickets with me. And she still thinks that's pretty cool. So I think that we should give her a round of applause because she's a rock star. She gets a day at a spa with mommy from Wander to Bloom. Can the owners of Wander to Bloom please stand up? Sarah and Beth. So they gifted over $1,000 in spa treatments so that Amelia and her mom can go get an amazing $600 spa day because they earned it, right? Mama definitely earned it. So congratulations. I'm really glad that you're part of our family. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Okay, so ask me one of your questions. You are absolutely right. Go.
So what are your future plans for kids group?
Okay, so now that I don't have to teach elementary school, I get to build up kids group. And the NRT Sheep Pasture has partnered with us. So we're moving our groups away from Holy Cross Church as of May. And because we went from 30 adults to 44 adults and all their children in the last 3 weeks, we needed a bigger space. So I get to blow the roof off what we do care and just build and build and build on the kids group. What that's gonna look like is gardening, because gardening is healing. That's gonna look like more art. That's gonna look like Miss Julie is not only your aunt, but like your gym teacher. And we're gonna have pool parties and beach trips and all the fun things in the summer. And we are going to have mom nights out, where like Miss Carrie and I get to do fun things with the kids, and the mamas get to go do things. Does that answer your question? Okay. Next, we are pivoting. We are gonna call the Caring Heart Award winner. So, are we ready? So Steve Crone was our Caring Heart Award winner last year, and he's not here, but he was kind enough to drop off a check, because he's actually at another event. And this is his table and his guests that came. So thank you so much for representing the Crone Family Foundation. All right, here we go. So, the Caring Heart Award is given out once a year at this event. The reason why is it important to me is because I can't do what I do unless there's fun day. So, this particular gentleman is definitely humble and kind, definitely quiet, doesn't like people to know what he does and how he does it. He does not like to speak in front of groups. I can tell you that in 2020, when I really needed funding, our first gala was February 28th, 2020 on a Friday, 5 years ago. We raised $10,100 and that had to carry us forever. So the resourcefulness of me and my elementary school teaching had to make our dollars stretch. Along came a check, $1,000 check for Mark Alberson. His $1,000 was stretched and stretched and stretched so that moms like Michelle could give snacks to their kids because they were home 7 days a week, eating all the meals at home. So thank you to Karen Newman that connected us. My son Anthony has his braces from Halverson's now. It's so much more than just a place to go get your braces. So his whole entire team, I love you. You're like family. And I know that you're the same with all the people that go in there. So could we please welcome up Mark Halverson?
Thank you for those kind words.
Of course, thank you.
And thank you for this recognition too. Humbled and but proud at the same time. So thank you for that. But thank you most of all for this crown. I don't know that I've ever had a crown. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm excited to wear it. We'll see if my wife, Julie, who's also Julie, lets me wear it in the house. I don't know. Like you said, anyone who knows me, my family, my staff, know that like if there's ever a microphone, a camera, a podium, like I run, I hide. I do not want to be around that. But it's a little bit easier tonight because I feel like I'm sharing this recognition with my entire team because we do this together. So yeah, they share this honor with me, and I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart because you share kind of the same mentality that I do, which is we show up at work and we straighten the teeth and stuff like that. But it's way more than that because we spend our day, we want to make an impact and we want to make people smile from the inside out, and whether that's the parents or the kids. And I see lots of the warrior families here, and that's kind of fun for all of us to see. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me in this long adventure here.
It's not easy, right?
So a few words more, thanks for giving me this time. From the beginning, God called us to love our neighbors. And there was a special call in the Bible to love those in need, the vulnerable, the grieving, and those in need. And I think that's exactly what We Do Care does. I believe all of us is hardwired to care about something. Very few of us don't care about anything. And I think if we think about this a little more deeply, I think most of us would affirm that the most value and the most joy in our lives is when we take the focus off of ourselves and focus instead on loving and caring for others. So you might be like me where there's a tension in your life between you knowing that's the right thing and then actually what you do. For me, the pull in my life is my business, maybe my comfort, maybe my health, my hobbies, my 401k. But notice it's my. And they're not bad things, but I think they're things that take away or maybe push to the bottom of the priority list the most important thing, which is caring for others. So we do good things, but sometimes we push away the best thing, which is caring for others. We Do Care is an organization that is laser focused on doing that best thing, caring for others. For the warriors here today, for the families, I want you to know that the boots on the ground, the programs you do, everything you do is not done in a vacuum. Those things affect us all. And your selfless love and care, it's an inspiration and an encouragement, it's an example to many of us. Your work is actually a kick in the pants for me, and I think hopefully many of us, for us to realign our priorities, to do what matters most, to loving our neighbors. So thanks, Julie, and thanks to the team for this honor, but more so I want to thank you for that living example that motivates and encourages and inspires each of us to focus less on ourselves and show more compassion. I think the joy in this room is evidence of the fruit that's produced when we care about others first. So thank you for all you do. Thanks for this recognition. Thank you for this awesome party, this awesome night. And thank you most of all for the example you showed for us. So appreciate it.
I love that he put God in there. That is amazing. I hope that you can tell from some of the words that he shared that it is really about service to others. I was called to this work, and I'm very grateful to God to be called to this work, and I do feel privileged. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to Barry, and thank you to Amelia, and thank you to Michelle for being here. Can we give them a round of applause? So, all of the We Do Care warriors, please come up and stand with me. We are about to pick and let you know who the Warrior of the Year is. So, Nicole and Amy, please come up. And all of my other warriors come up. So this year, we had 2 women that are very special. There's Nicole, that has been in just over a year as a warrior. And then there's Amy, that's been in since 2020. So it was really hard. We met at McGuire's recently. There were 3 of us and 1 on the phone. It was over 2 hours of going over their essays and deciding the woman that would be crowned as Warrior of the Year. I wish I could pick both of them. We debated and we talked about it, and it was decided that it would be given to one person, and one person would be the runner-up that could then apply for it next year. Okay? So we are really proud of all the warriors. Come on, ladies, come on. We don't have a second row, we have front row. Come on, come on, come on. So, if there are any women in the room that I have met or spoken to at any point that are about to join, you're also welcome to come up here. And I can think of at least 1, if not 2. So you will see all these beautiful, lovely ladies. We also have women that are in their 70s. So Debbie is not here. Is Mel still here? No? Okay. Yay! So sometimes we meet people because of all sorts of reasons, and then they come to an event and then they join. So, what I want you to know is we meet at support group and we talk about all the things. We talk about the new normal. We talk about what it's like to raise grieving children. We talk about, if you do not have children, what it's like to that future you were supposed to have, and now what happens, because now it has to be refigured out. So, I just got the chills, which means the angels are definitely here with us. So Amber has been with us at like lots of our galas and lots of our events. 4th out of 5. Ah! Oh my God, that makes me so happy. So, we do have to pick one, and we do have to announce it. So, who's my person that has the crown? So Jana, you're gonna pass the crown, right? Okay. So Jana was our Warrior of the Year last year. Jana is from Easton. Her husband, RJ Amoroso, was a coach, very well known. They were high school sweethearts, right? Yeah? Okay. We all have a story. We didn't pick the story. We picked the guy. So, in crowning the new warrior, I want to say that every single woman right here is deserving of being a Warrior of the Year. We decided to choose based on a few factors. 1, participation in group, showing up for yourself and going to support group. 2, supporting other women in group. Is there anyone here that feels supported by Nicole, ever? Is there anyone here that feels supported by Amy, ever? So when you stand in your power, you show your family that you can survive even when things are really, really hard. So for our new members like Brittany and Lauren and Jen, and Jody that we've adopted in, and she was my timeline girl, and Connie that we've pulled back in because she was in 2020. It isn't easy. It isn't easy raising children that are grieving. It isn't easy to get out of bed when you're grieving your closest person. So these beautiful bombshells make it look easy. We are about to crown the person that we feel is the most deserving right now in this moment because she has worked on herself for a long time. She is sober for more than 20 years. She needs to know by a standing ovation that she is amazing. Can you please stand up and give it up for Amy? Make sure before you leave tonight you tell her that she's amazing. She has twin daughters, and she's done an incredible job. Nicole, you are just as deserving, but you're a baby that's been with us for a little over a year. We love you, Nicole. Can everyone give an applause for Nicole, please? Nicole, can I ask you to just read one of your answers? So I gave them 5 different questions. They were asked to write 200 words or less to answer these questions. Nicole's essay was impeccably written. Based solely on her essay, she would have won. Can you pick any question you want and give us the question and the answer?
Yes, that please, thank you. When Julie had us fill these out, she was like, do it anonymously. Don't say that you don't have kids because that will give you away. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I had to try and be creative, but for those who don't know me, I'm also a mental health therapist, and I actually work with a few kids, not in our group, that have lost a parent, and they always talk to me about how they don't ever want to feel like that kid when they walk into the classroom or the room or wherever they're going, extracurricular activities, and being, oh, I'm the kid that lost my dad or my mom. And I think Julie does a wonderful job, and We Do Care does a wonderful job supporting the kids here. And I'm so glad that Amy has won. She's so well deserving.
So deserving.
With the growth that she has done since joining. And I know I wasn't here from the beginning, but like I can just tell when we have our conversations in the group. And I know this is not my answer. But it's a part of it because the kids, it's so important, and that they have each other. And I'm so glad that you've gotten this chance to be in it. So, and I said in my essay that I wish everybody could get it because everyone here is so great, and like I'm just so well deserving. But congratulations.
Thank you, Nicole. All right, Ian, Brittany's gonna hold your mic.
So I want to talk about what We Do Care means to me, but also like with respect to people who are considering donating, because Julie and other people talked about like what physically we do, like crafts, pizza, my kids call it the pizza meeting, like events and things like that. But what I want to talk about is how We Do Care feels for me, and I don't think I would have gotten through this time without We Do Care. The connections and support I got, and over the last year I've really made use of. It's invaluable. Like what you don't get to see is like sitting next to my friend Margaret in a meeting and just feeling that shared pain, but watching this beautiful woman show me what a woman who walks with Christ looks like, of grace and dignity, and is always there to lift me up. And some days the burden feels so heavy. I'm a single mom of 2 neurodivergent 8-year-old twins, and I have a full-time job. It sometimes feels like too much, and what We Do Care means to me is a life preserver. I intuitively knew from the tools that I learned in We Do Care, in the meetings, in the events, in the suggestions, I learned who to reach out to. I learned to trust and rely on God, and instantly, I was struggling recently, and I reached out to a specific warrior that I felt that was my person, and she was there. And I don't know how to articulate the benefits. There's so many. I recently started, maybe a year ago, started using Insight Timer. And my girl Sandy's been telling me for years. I downloaded the app 6 years ago. I just started using it a year or two ago. And that gives me another tool. And it's I hate the way we all met. None of us wants to be part of this particular team. But I am so grateful and proud to be part of this team of warriors who are resilient, strong, compassionate, and just like so uplifting and selfless and examples of walking through the most painful ordeal of your life with, you know, just an unbelievable strength. And I'm super, super grateful. And one more thing, like this past year, I was able to do my taxes that I hadn't done since my husband passed away. And I was on the phone with Sandy again in the Target, and I was telling her she could do what the stuff she's been not able to do, and she was telling me, I can do the stuff I can't do. And it's like, I can't do this. Like, what I've learned here is that, like, I don't have to do it alone. Like, I've gotten the, like, wisdom to know that I can do this, but I can't do it alone. So that's what I wanted you all to know.
Okay. Christy has the sheet that will be put on tables later. It has Sandy and Jana's speech in it because we have to cut it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you've done. You can see these amazing souls, and then I'm privileged enough to help them along the journey because of you. Thank you.
Just want to give this to you, just to let you know that we all love you very much.